Oh, I'm gonna go totally vampire, but uh yeah, I was just looking up about that talent stuff. A lot of people don't I they do not study unrequited love. So some of the talent comes from having to do third person a lot. And having to do third person a lot equates to many things. It equates to someone displacing someone. If somebody's feminine, I mean, I was a girl who was feminine, but I'll roll in dirt like crazy. But like they'll displace that and talk down to them, and sometimes it's a third person. It could be like a father figure. Um, I you know how like Joseph thought Mary cheated? I was like, and then I accidentally did it again. Like I replaced in Matthew with Rachel, or no, Rebecca, because Rebecca had the fight with the twins, and but it came back down to Amitai, Moses, and Abraham, who started off with one wife, and nobody was playing well games. Okay, Olympic hearing of the well games. And that's why I wanted to bring this up because it really does happen to people. And if you don't believe me, why is the next step that everyone's trying to play is Genesis' sister? You're not going to make it back to Adam. You're not in a garden, you're not in the Garden of Eden. Like, you're not going to get there. Even Balaam and Balak, because he was killed for doing it. And if you don't really understand it, you actually have to follow apart from the so-called drama that they placed in there by moving Rebecca, Rachel, and Sarah around in the New Testament and Old Testament to play these well games. They really did do this. Okay? But you'll have to go back to Moses, and you'll have to go back to Abraham, and then you'll have to do understand why even like the early I would say 80s it probably started, where they did a lot of music that started with divorcing and unrequited love to try to figure this out, and it's just because they really did move stuff around. So I made a mistake and I said Rebecca, and it might be even true. Like I always do that. Like, well, like this one I think is actually Rachel. This one I think is Rebecca, and they did the two R's. Why do you think at railroad tracks you always see a double R? Okay, so they would always do that. But anyways, like I said in the Mad Max movie, the next Mad Max movie happened to be about water again because it's about playing well games with people or something like that. So this turns into music that really doesn't fit the betterment of the time, or sometimes like talent gets mistaken, and you'll have to go to like when you'll have to go in the middle where God was so patient with them, super patient to bring along Jesus. And the reason why is because of that kind of like fight of the well type shit is just really stubborn crap. Like Ebsan was, it was like a total 70, like 70 donkeys. Like, it was like, try to forgive this shit and not do this again type stuff. Ride 70 donkeys or something like that. You can go look it up. It's in, I think it's, It might be Chronicles. I don't remember. But then when they had like the three supposed judges at the time over them, stuff like that. But yeah, the point is that I'm trying to make a point that you're supposed to go through where they may have changed stuff to make things more tricky. Because if you understand, like if you read in Paul's word, he wasn't allowed to go past Turkey. The Spirit of the Lord wouldn't let him go past Turkey. There was something so freaking off that it would not allow him to go past Turkey. So, and that you have to go back, and then that's why I said when I was reading it, I was like, the next ones are going to say their brothers raped them or something like that. So how would I fight it? I'd be like, all right, I'm somehow connected to the intangible Peter side again, and his sister claims that her cousin raped her, let's say. Then I'd go take a bunch of jobs and I'd be like, my cousin, no, I'm just kidding, or my brother raped me, or I had a friend that her brother raped him. And that's how you do it. Like, and then you'll see it, it's in the job. They're doing it like they're checking it. It's a trick. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's not like the Jews per se. It is a lie that somebody did. Like the same way how they were trying to sell. Somebody changed the Bible to say in one part, and in one of these really new ones, Gehenna, they transferred over to Ghana, which is a country. They did this. So like to salt St. Peter again. Oh, by the way, the Rebecca thing became a monastery, a 14th century monastery. Not Rebecca. The Rachel thing became a 14th century monastery thing. So if it's the desert one, it's where Rebecca met, and then if it's water issues, it's usually something to do with Rachel. And then Matthew will go back to where they had one wife with Abraham. Or back to the other one, Moses, Amittai, and the Midianite, one wife. Otherwise, you're going back to Adam and you're trying to go through the whole thing where they were just like, you know, trying to do the Methuselah thing. So I know this. I would never do it. I'd rather fucking hang myself. I'm fucking too good at going after intangible Peters every life. I would never fucking do that. I'd be like, you know what? I'm sick of the tech lie. I'm just so fucking sick of it. And that's a talent I have. I'm not casting it away. I'm really good at that, by the way. Like the whole, usually from cancer to AIDS, the common things that they start saying, people, it's biological. It goes down the Luke side when Jesus arrived to forgive.